right, going to do a Zwift race tonight. I'm actually going to do 2 back to back. So I'm going to do the Tour Fever Range 1 first on the French track, which is about 14 mile. Not much climbing, but there is the Petite KOM at the end of it. And then I'm going to do it again in Range 2, which is a little bit lower. Hoping to get a podium, well, top 10, let's say, in one or the other. But basically get my race score up as well, which is, I think, 420-ish at the moment. So I want to be higher than that if I can. Well, to have my dinner. So that's going to complicate matters as well. But I had to have my dinner a bit earlier, try and get in for these 2 races, see how we get on. With it being sort of like the opening night of it. We'll have a go, see how we go. It might be too much, but then it'll be 30 miles in the bank. All adds up to the training. See how we get on at the end, I'll let you know. Right then, this is the beginning of the race, although I haven't started recording it until I was 19 minutes in. So I've sat in, this is the harder group, so I've sat in so far now. It's 38 in the race and I'm 27th, just sitting at the back. As you can see, it's just prior to the aqueduct climb. That's what made me think about it. I started recording it and then I realised I hadn't, so I've heavily pressed the button. It's Tour Fever, it's the Monday, the first one, 13th I think it was, and I think it's the 4 o'clock race, I'm pretty sure it was. So I'm just putting an extra kick in here. What I've been told is that it doesn't start, the map at the top's out, so it's actually a little bit ahead of you, so you can't gauge your efforts off. You can't gauge your efforts off the actual profile at the top because for some reason it's out. So I'm still in 8th place. This is the last little kick up to the line. Nobody's gone off the front really as such. There's 1 or 2 solo riders gone off, but they've all been brought back. So get over this bit, which we're about to do now. Go under at in 10th place. I expect the group will reform, and then it's a roll into the Petite KOM, which will be probably the breaking point of the race. So as you can see, I'm looking at the top left hand corner. My average watts is 2.57, which is a little bit low, but then it's been basically flat. If you look at the map in the right hand corner, it's been flat up until that little point there. So no groups have gone, nobody's stuck in a massive effort, and I'm sitting along quite nicely. The plan's going all right. I think I said at the beginning there that I wanted to be about in the top 10. I was hoping for a podium, but it's probably too much at the moment just to get anywhere near the top 10 in this higher bracket, where the top is 510 racing score at the top of it, and get my racing score up a bit. So I am just trying to sit in, hold in as least as I can, and keeping my heart rate as low as I can. 1 or 2 people falling off the back now as it ramps up a little bit, approaching the climb. It's like switchbacks, this climb, so it's the Petite KOM. Once you get to the top, there's obviously a downhill to the finish as well, so it's worth just the best group you can get in on the way up. The little map at the top there, in the middle, the gradient map is correct on this one. So 5 watts per kilo. I've sort of got into a bit of a habit of doing a bit of a sprint every so often to keep myself in the group, and then sort of using my gears and going down a little bit just to try and stick with them. I was hoping to stay with the group and see that I'm standing up and I'm pushing. It goes in this direction, the less, and then as it goes around the corner it steepens up. I think I've had a bit of a drop out there because it's got no positions, but you can stay with the group. The internet can back up in a minute. 6.3%, and I'm doing all right here. I think I am, but it's a long way to go. It lulls you into a bit of a false sense of security, this one, and you can't. All of a sudden you go pop. And also as well, what I'm finding is, because I'm doing this like sprinting and then sitting down, sometimes if you're in the wrong gear, which 14th, gear 14, which is in the top left hand corner, when you sit down, your watts just drop and you more or less stand still, so you've got to keep on top of it and get back up the gears. So I'm in 8th position. Yeah, people are off the front. There's quite a lot here. Martin is 3 seconds ahead. GHD, he's up there as well. They're all up, but all within touching distance. And I'm hanging around in the top 10, which is where I want to be. So pushing on. I've got a power up there. I've got the truck, which I think there, and there's a little bit there. When you stop pedaling, you fall back, especially when you're in the lower gear. So I think I'm just about cracking now, 11th position, and I'm getting dropped off, so I'm putting in some big efforts. As you can see by the power graph at the bottom, it's like on and off, on and off. It's the only way I can do it. Oh yeah, there you go. It's 1.7 mile at 4% of TQM. So we're coming round here, and I've been well and truly dropped off 6 seconds to the group ahead, and there's somebody behind me 3 seconds, and D Thompson at 7 seconds. So it's just these last 2 switchbacks. Now I know it goes downhill after this, so that the main thing is I think I'm dragging them back a little bit, 4 seconds. If I can catch this lad here in my mind, I want to get to the top and then put in a bit of an effort. You can super tuck down the other side, so I've just been passed there by, I don't know what that says, but a Spanish rider on some funky bike. And now I'm just putting in a massive sprint, and when it's in this low tuck there, you're not pedaling. There we go. So I'm in 11th. I can see the people ahead of me on the map in the up right hand corner. It's just a case of giving it the beans every time I come around one of the corners and get on the descent without doing any work, and then trying to catch them up. So this French lad, I'm going to say Shipler ahead of me. We just come to the bottom of the hill now. So he's 11th, I'm 12th, I'm 11th, and he's 10th. So past him, and then I think I just give it everything I've got to try and get him dropped off the back of me. You can see there he's 30 odd metres behind, and as long as he doesn't come back in, I keep an eye on his watts. Maybe could have gone faster down the hill, because I can actually see they're only 9 seconds ahead, but 9 seconds over 500 feet, I don't think it's doable. So come across the line, everybody's getting personal bests there, and I come across in 10th, 2.7 watts per kilo. That's range 1 done. I finished 10th. Nice little performance, but I forgot to record till about halfway through. So basically sat in best I could, got to the aqueduct climb, stayed in the group, got to the Petite QM, and then had to, I couldn't quite get over the top of the front group. It was me and the lad worked together coming down the other side. I was in touching distance of the front group. I took the lad I was with to get 10th place, so that was ideal. That was the high group. Now I'm going to go in range 2 in about 5 minutes and see what I can get in there. Hopefully my race score went up there by about 5, and my FTP went up as well on the Zwift screen. I don't think that's going to happen on this one, because I am intending to try and take it a bit more easier and sort of sit in, surf the wheels a lot more, see if I can just get away on the climb with a bit of luck on the last 2 ramps, and we'll have to see how that works. If not, I'll try and stick with the front group and then try and get down the other side and put a bit of a break in, but we'll just see how it goes. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face, as they say. Right, check back. Right, so we're in the Penza yet on range 2, back-to-back racing. This is 330 to 450, so it's a range 2, it's the one down from range 1, strangely enough, which is less. 41 people starting here. And like I said, I've just said there, just try to sit in. There's two climbs, one little one, the aqueduct, and the petite QM. So we'll see how we get on. I have spread it up quite a bit. We'll see how my editing goes. But yeah, I was feeling okay. I obviously got a race in my legs, so it might have been better to do them the other way around, to do the range 2 first and then the range 1, but I'll bear that in mind for the next video. So they normally go off quite fast here, which it has done. And if I push some big watts to stay with the front group, if you get dropped here, you're done for. Thing is though, in this sort of range and category, people are decent riders, so they know not to do that, so there's no like mistakes getting made as such. People are just, they know what they're doing, the regularly Zwift race, so you have to bear that in mind. Still, people that regularly Zwift race don't always sit at the back though, or else we'd never get anywhere, would we? But I'm going to try and like hang off the back as best I can and try and keep me average watts, which you can see in the top left hand corner, which is like 2.67 at the moment. Try and keep that low as I can, and then I'll be able to hopefully use a bit more, get that high when I go up the climb, the big one at the end of petite. Okay, so this should start to speed up shortly, and it'll probably speed up until we get to the aqueduct sort of rise climb. In fact, I've even cut a bit out, so we're just coming into the aqueduct now, and I'm in the top 20. Doesn't quite go up as hard, I don't think, as it did last time, and coming across the top of the aqueduct in 4th or 5th place. So it looks like there's a bit of a group formed. We are dropping a few off. I will be sitting in the back here, so I'll be able to tell you how big the group is. It looks to be about 32 big, and it's going as I hoped it would. And as you can see, my average watts is 2.3, so it has worked. Although around about now, I'm thinking my legs are buckled after doing the first race, so it's probably a good bit of training to learn how to sit in and be more efficient. Alright, so we're on to the petite KOM, and that first section you do sometimes feel alright. I felt alright on that bit, and then as it kicks up here, all the good climbers and people who've waited are getting away. I'm again just trying to sprint. If I get dropped off the back, put a bit of power down, do a bit of a stand-up sprint and get back in, and then try to come backwards through the group as best I can to limit me losses, and just try and keep this here. I'm like 20th, and I know people are going to be dropping off the back now because it's been quite a tough race, and this is a tough climb to finish on. 17th, again a little kick, and then just if I can get on the back of this group here on the steeper section. I mean, it looks easy to do, but when you look at your heart rate, I'm like 148, then almost 150, which is 155 would be maximum for me. So we're coming up, but because I've just done it, it's a lot easier to get your mindset to get round. I know that if you kick on some of the corners, it can get you around a little bit quicker, and you can just make up that little bit of a gap. So almost at the top, I'm in 13th place. There's a big bunch of us, so it's easy to sort of surf the draft. It's not easy, but it's easier done surfing the draft. And as we come over, everybody's got the same thought, they need to kick. I think I was just about there at my limit, but I know I can catch them on the way down. So into the super tuck, which I think is over 36 miles an hour. It'll super tuck as long as it's over 3%. And then as soon as it comes out, drop on it. You can see up ahead people are pedaling going down the hill, which it's actually easier to super tuck and not pedal. You've got to sprint though at certain points to get your speed up. So I'm 14th, and I'm looking at getting across this group ahead of me. So it's just kicking every time I can, and there we go, we're in it. This could be I'm looking at, there's one lad ahead, there's one away. That's the more or less kilometre to go mark. I'm absolutely threaded now when people are going, so it's like, I think I've put in a bit too much of an effort there, thinking I could get away, and I couldn't because people have come with us. So it's just a case now, we know what's going to happen here and people are going to start coming past. I've got no power-ups left. So I'm just trying to ride in their draft, 10th place. I was just looking behind, making sure I didn't get caught on the line, which I didn't. So that's 2 10th places, which I'm happy with. So as always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Enjoy your ride.